have released about 210 water voles into the lakeside environment at Trentham Water Gardens. Vegetation here is very mature, but it's a really good mix of different plant species which the animals will either use for food or cover, and we've done it to establish a large free-living population in this environment, durable, potentially capable of spreading back into other surrounding suitable habitats, on the river that's adjacent to the gardens.
So we think that the water voles in Staffordshire are on the cusp of extinction. There are probably just a couple of hundred water voles, as a guesstimate, left in the wild in Staffordshire. The reasons for their decline, there are quite a few reasons, but the main thing is the habitats are poorer along our rivers, along our canal systems, and our floodplains as well. So the other thing that's really caused the problem is the fact that American mink did very well when otters weren't here. So during the sort of 70s, 80s, early 90s, the mink spread to fill the gaps that the otters had left by the fact that they were locally extinct. And they just polished off most of the water vole colonies during that time, sadly. So the reintroduction at Trentham is historic, it's significant. It's the first time that we've tried it in partnership with other organisations. Hats off to the Trentham Estate for being brave and taking this first step. We think there's a really good chance that these voles will survive and disperse into the wider environment. And if they do, upstream from here, you've got Stoke-on-Trent and Newcastle, where until just a few years ago there used to be breeding populations of water voles. If they can get back into those areas, the habitat is still fantastic. That we know now that there's very few mink around in this whole area. They've got a much better chance. The important thing is now that we'll need to monitor not only for the water voles dispersing, we also need to monitor for mink in the wider area, the wider relationship with things like otters and other predators, and see how they get on.